like a boss.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Alex from mindfulattraction.org, and today we're going to be reviewing Clayton Olson. And now, mind you, I've known about his videos for a very long time. All right, he's been around ever since I've been around, right? And I want to review his video and see his advice on how to make a man miss you. All right. And so we're gonna watch two of his videos, and I'm gonna give my take on him based on what I know. And hopefully, Clayton, this is just an opinion. I hope you enjoy this. And yeah, man, it's just an opinion, bro. And for those who don't know, I'll be linking all of his contact info on the link below. Purchase his online courses. Follow his social media. Subscribe to his channel. This is just a review, my take on it. And of course, I'm gonna be petty. I'm gonna look for things to nitpick. All right. So if you guys say I'm being petty for a reason, okay? So, by the way, I'm going to LA in September for a seminar. Click below on the link below to see where I'm going to be going. And I'm going to be doing some seminars as well. So check if I'm going to be going to your city across the world, all right? So, let's begin this. And let me know who you guys want me to review next.
An environment, a dynamic between you and a guy that you're interested in that is so powerful, that is so life-giving, that it has both of you wanting to come back for more and more and ultimately create something long-lasting. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 3 tips, 3 ways that you can create this environment that has him automatically and naturally wanting to come back and ultimately has you wanting to come back to the connection as well. So how do we do that? The first tip I'm going to give you is one that will allow you to do something to yourself. It's a maneuver that you can make internally that has you step into your value and take pressure off of him. The second thing we're going to talk about is something that you can give to him, a gift that you can give to him. It's one of the most precious gifts that you can give a guy, and I'm going to really encourage you to give this to him with a level of discernment, which means that you need to know this guy's character a bit and that it is of high quality before you give it. So that's the caveat. And
Okay, all right. I'm happy you put a caviar, because gift giving could potentially validate a dude out the ass. But let's see what happens. Give me flowers and see what happens, girl.
Number 3, we're going to talk about what you can do with him to create the relationship as a life spring that allows both of you to come in and get recharged and then take on the world in a more playful and powerful manner. Now, if this is the first time that you're seeing me on YouTube, I want to encourage you to click on the subscribe button so you can get all of my videos and free content that I put out there on a pretty consistent basis. And if you're a woman trying to attract and keep a high quality guy, I also have a free webinar going on called the 3 Keys to Attract and Keep a High Quality Man. That's in the description below this. It's some of the best content that I put out there, and it's free and you can join right now. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. This video is a little bit older. I released it on someone else's channel and it got rave reviews, and I had to share it with my audience. So enjoy. So let's go ahead and dive into the first principle.
Number 1. Let's find out what he has to say. I got to write something down because a good idea came up. 1 second. All right. Remind me, people, to make a quick online course based on all the videos I have. Like literally, if I could pick my best videos and put it in order, watch this, then watch this. That's the kind of course I want to make. It's going to be free, of course, but just remind me in the comments below.
1. Take full responsibility, take 100% responsibility for your individual happiness. Now, this may seem obvious to some of you watching the video, and to others, maybe not so much. Right. There's some interesting romantic myth that seems to circulate either consciously or subconsciously between partners, that it's the other person's job to make us happy, that it's my job to make them happy, and if they're not happy, somehow I'm failing them. Now, this is not a recipe for making your partner miss you. This is a recipe for making your partner resent you and feel inadequate and feel pressured, because when it comes down to your emotions, nobody has control over your emotions except you. So, or subconsciously between partners, that it's the other person's job to make us happy, that it's my job to make them happy, and if they're not happy, somehow I'm failing them. Now, this is not a recipe for making your partner miss you. This is a recipe for making your partner resent you and feel inadequate and feel pressured, because when it comes down to your
I was expecting something else, but that's the truth, people.
Emotions, nobody has control over your emotions except you. So if you're not happy, and you take it on as your responsibility to make yourself happy by beginning to get in touch with the things that you love, by beginning to take care of yourself, by beginning to really not blame anybody but yourself for your happiness or lack thereof, you actually take a tremendous amount of pressure off of the man that you're with, to where you are no longer someone that needs to be fixed, someone that needs to be saved, someone needs to be pulled out of the trenches of your own happiness, and you get to be a partner where the man can interact with you as an equal rather than as a hero. And this is an incredibly powerful tool for making a man miss you, because no man wants to go from all of the pressures that are in his life to suddenly feeling like
it doesn't, the way I see it, Clayton, it doesn't make him miss you. Like, I don't say, man, do I miss that emotionally stable girl, right? What it does is that it just doesn't put you in a category of crazy. It's almost like when, like Chris Rock said, when dads say, I take care of my kids, and Chris Rock was like, you're supposed to, you dumb motherfucker. Like, so it's kind of like, I'm emotionally stable. That's not enough, but you know what? You get in the door. So I agree with him. Maybe it's because a lot of women are not that, they're right, emotionally, who knows, right? But I agree with that, but it is not what spikes it. It's the environment, but it's not what sparks it. You see what I'm saying? I bet Clayton agrees with me too.
Got all of these obligations and duties to have to fix your emotional world as well. So that's step one, is take full responsibility of your happiness, make it an inside job. It is your job to be happy, because when you do that, you offer him the greatest gift in the relationship.
Exactly. You got to be your own source of positive emotions. 100% agree with him.
And that is your best self. All right, the second step to make a man miss you is to trust him. And this cannot be overemphasized. It is one of the most important key ingredients in any healthy relationship where there is desire.
Okay, I agree. It's a key ingredient to a healthy relationship. I definitely agree. I agree. You can't just fully trust people, though. No, I'm gonna pay attention.
Belonging and two people being able to come back together, as well as pull apart and individuate and find themselves and then be able to come back together again. It all is operated and works on trust. Now, when you trust a man, there is a great gift that you give him. When you trust him, you are choosing no longer to see him through your own insecurities. You are choosing rather to allow him to create himself as the best version of himself. In fact, you are believing that he is showing up as the best version of himself. When he perhaps pulls away, if he needs to pull away from the connection a little bit to individuate, for him to perhaps find himself and regain his balance, and then come back into the relationship, there's a certain trust that you give him.
But if he decides to pull away, I don't give a fuck if you're trying to resolve some problems. When he pulls away, you also pull away. And you gonna, baby, I need to, I need to take a step back, because I'm gonna be, working on myself. No problem, baby. And you don't hit him up. You let him hit you up. You don't say, hey, baby, when is it? Are you done with taking care of that shit? I have it like it's very careful. It's a very thin line between like needing space, and I agree with you. And that's why you should always play safe and give people more space than necessary. Give people more space than necessary. But be there though. Be there when they hit you up. Respond, but don't invest. Don't ask questions. He said that he needs distance, so you give him that distance. Maybe that's what he's talking about. But let me listen so I could be more fair.
Know that he's going to come back, that you trust that he's going to come back in connection, and that you trust that he's got good intentions.
Yeah, but also, we got to keep our eyes open, people. We got to keep our eyes open. Not everyone's Clayton or Mark Rosenfeld. There's some fucked up people out there. You could potentially be dating me. You got to know that not every person has good intentions. So it's kind of, trust them, but you got to be a little skeptical, especially in the beginning. They got to earn your trust. You can't just trust them like that. So I assume he's talking about a relationship whom you haven't been cheated on. But people, relationships aren't perfect. So remember, he's talking about an ideal. What he's saying is true, but let's include a little bit of the dark sides of people. Let's include the fucked upness of reality, all right? So that it could be a better picture.
There's an innocent until proven guilty mindset here. And what happens when you trust him too is you actually give him.
I agree, because if I say this to some people are naturally paranoid, and so they'll take this and go too far. You see what I'm saying? So I see what he's saying, but also, it's. Let's keep listening.
Him the opportunity to demonstrate his integrity, to demonstrate what he's really made of. Now, to drive home this example, let's just pretend for a moment that there's two versions of you. One version of you that goes to work and you have a boss that doesn't trust you, and another version of you that goes to work and you have a boss that trusts you completely. Which work environment do you want to stay at for 10 years? Which one is going to have the most life? The one where you feel completely micromanaged and your boss is suspicious of you, and you feel like you're walking on rice paper and one wrong move is going to send you away and get fired? Or one where you feel that your best self is seen? One where your boss is enabling you to have creative expression on how you want to be at work? Probably the latter.
But that kind of respect where your boss is looking at you and respecting you comes with an element of fear. You have to have some fear. You have to. Your boss in the beginning could not have been friendly and super nice to you. Your boss had to be serious and stern with you so that you could earn that boss's respect. And God forbid if that boss begins to act friendly with you, you then begin to take him for granted and you begin to act in disrespectful, unconscious way, like being a little late, talking to him a certain way, in a way that you shouldn't address your boss. You got to have a good middle ground.
Now, if you map it to relationships, it's a very similar experience. You want to be trusted because then that way you get to be your best self. He wants to be trusted so that he has an opportunity to grow into.
But also, there has to be an element of coldness. That is the best way a relationship works. The best way a relationship with your kid works is that when your kid knows that you could potentially whip his ass if he fucks up, right? So he has an element of fear, but not too much fear where it paralyzes him. The same thing with your boss, the same thing with your coworkers, the same thing with your teachers, and the same thing with relationships. There has to be an element of fear. It's not just lovey-dovey, Teletubby flying around in the spaceship shit. You know what I'm saying?
Who he fully is while in the relationship with you. So that's step 2, trust him. All right, number 3, to make a man miss you, is to bring play, presence, and sexuality into the relationship and connection. And here's why it's so important. Most men go their entire lives living in a very narrow box.
And coldness too. Please, you got to include coldness. That's what.
So what are acceptable emotions to feel?
I gotta smoke
Pride,
this, man.
anger, hunger, lust. But anything else, typically there's sometimes some shame around it. Now, I may not be covering all the emotions, but if we compare the feminine experience to the masculine experience, women have this superpower gift of having so much more emotional flexibility than a man. There's so much more comfort and courage to go into all of the emotions and still come out the other end and be okay and not be ashamed about it. Men, on the other hand, feel like they're walking on a tightrope. And one of the gifts that you give as a woman is that you offer yourself as the emotional gatekeeper to this rich world of experience that he may have disowned ever since he was a kid. But there's a part of him.
Clayton, man, bro, you gotta give some strategies, bro. This is just esoteric. It sounds like. It just sounds like in the air. Like you got to give some actionable steps. How do you get a guy to respect you? What should you do? You know, for me, be a little bit difficult in the beginning. Be a little bit hard to reach in the beginning. Don't give your time up too much in the beginning. See what I'm saying? Talk a little bit less, move a little bit less, text a little bit less. Let him earn more of you. All right? But that's for another video. Now let's watch another one of his videos. All right? Let me see a random one. Oh, man. I didn't expect this. All right. Okay. All right. Hey, fuck it. He's here, people.
How to flirt. This is Clayton Olson, and I'm here with Mark Rosenfeld from Make 'Em Yours.
Pleasure to be here, sir. Thanks for having me.
You. Yeah. This guy is, I would say, Australia's #1 most...
Let's speed up.
Through play, or even with yourself, through play is like the skill of flirting. That's what flirting is.
Huge.
So let's see. What do you say about
All on this
flirting?
one. I love his work, but I think there's a sixth love language that if it wasn't in our lives, none of us would feel love and experience love. And if play, being able to connect with someone intimately through play, someone in a casual sense through play, or even with yourself through play is like the skill of flirting. That's what flirting is.
Huge.
I like that. I agree. Okay. It's not the main one for me, but I go with that. I'm not going to nitpick on Mark, man.
Maybe you've come across this with the women that you've coached, but sometimes dating and trying to find the one can be such a serious endeavor,
yeah,
right?
It's a big working thing, and
Right.
it's this big thing, and it's too much.
Yeah, how do you enjoy the
fun.
process? Right, exactly.
Right.
How do you enjoy the process? I mean, do you think that you just want to be with somebody who's like not enjoying their life, or would you rather spend time with somebody who is making every single moment fun?
Of course you can.
But you can't make every single moment fun. I want to spend time with someone who's real. I want in the beginning, don't be crying and shit, right? But be yourself, man. Like how can I say this? A guy will not dump you because you're not fun. Honest to God, guys don't dump women because they're not fun. They dump women because you're too needy. Tell me the time when a guy dumped a woman because he was like, oh, she's not fun. Tell me the time. But we're talking about flirting here, so this is not a deal breaker. You could be hardware flirting and still get a guy. So I'm still nitpicking with them.
Catch the other person, right? No one's going to be perfect, but John Gottman talks about 5 to 1. I say this all the time. Make it fun, make it light. And you're going to dive straight into ways to do it on your own, even if you don't have a partner.
Yeah, right. So just setting the context, right? If you're single right now, how can you bring a more fun, playful, flirtatious vibe in your life, right? And so I'd say that the first thing to do is to look at the places where you are robbing yourself of fun and playfulness, right? Where do you have too much stress in your life? Where are you not making time to connect and find those places, that territory where you can be a kid, right? Are you constantly thinking about work? Are you constantly...
Yeah, if you're with a guy and you're flirting with him, something good to ask yourself is, what can I do right now to have fun? When you're talking to a guy, you're like, oh, rah, rah, rah. And if you want to know how to flirt a little bit better, just ask yourself, what can I do to have fun right now? Right? It's called self-amusement. It works. I like it. I do teach it. I don't teach it that much, though. But I agree. There's a lot of things I don't teach.
Checking things off the list. Is there places where you can make space in your life to connect with who you are and enjoy the experience of life? Because if you're not able to do that on your own, it becomes very hard to do that with another person.
Yeah. I'll have clients do all sorts of simple things with this. Sometimes it'll be watch 20 minutes comedy once a night. Sometimes it'll be spend 10 minutes to have an exercise, and you could do this at home right now. You pause the video, look around the room, and get really curious and interested about 5 things. Like go and touch them, go and explore them as if through the eyes of a child. And like I've had clients that are like,
yeah, if you want to be playful, just start learning something. Nothing makes you feel like a child than feeling like you're learning something and being excited about it. Honest to God, like I draw, and when I started drawing, I felt like a kid. So that's a good thing to do. Nothing will make you feel more as a child than learning, honestly, and getting good at something. You feel so excited.
Like looking under rugs and just like checking out colors and being really observant, and then just getting back to the presence of things that are in the room that they can make fun.
So 2 things you said there that are super important.
That's why I learned to draw, because everything's fun for me now.
Underscore. The first one is curiosity, right? Yep. Bringing curiosity into your life in a way where you stop making assumptions that you know how things are and you start looking at the world.
Now, mind you, the video they're talking about is the traits that men adore, all right? So maybe I didn't make that clear. And I agree with that. I really do. You know what? For me, the trait that I love the most in a woman is a woman who could focus. That's just for me, though. A woman who could focus, because I could join her and focus on whatever the fuck I'm doing with her. You know what I'm saying? But that's a good trait. And also, another trait that men adore is when you know how to leave them alone. I mean, my God in heaven have mercy. I'm gonna write that down. They love when you know how to leave them alone. Let me write that down. Fuck. All right. Know how to leave them alone. Traits men love and need. Okay.
Eyes of wonder. And then 2, you said presence. Right? So bringing presence and curiosity. You bring that anywhere. Are you getting present right now?
Yeah, it's like, what's in the room? Look at this guy's face. And you can just
For me, the trait is presence and absence. You see, for some reason, they don't want to talk about absence and pulling away. But maybe I'm just getting out of context. But it's presence. I'm here for you. In absence, you can't reach me now. I'm busy. See, that makes them insecure. But then when you come back, they'll realize that it was all in their heads, and then you leave. Like, it's fucked up though. But that's how it is. Like, when you're in love, there's anxiety, and so you got to learn how to play around with that anxiety. You know.
It's like find anything, anywhere to entertain you. That's how a child looks at the world.
So let's move into the second part. So this is one way you can do it with improv comedy.
Yeah, improv classes are great. Yep.
Right, okay. And then what would you do now? Say you start to date somebody and you're getting to know them. How can you start to bring this flirtatious vibe into the interaction?
Yeah, nice. I love the question. So I'm always asking the question, getting my clients to ask the question, how can I make this fun? How can I make this fun? I have a concept I call deaf monkey dating. And what it basically means is, could I go on a date with a deaf monkey and still have a great time? Right? Like, we're here in Austin. There's good vibes. There's music playing. You just kind of walk outside and there's a good vibe in the
I think they're trying to talk about how to keep a guy, but guys, ladies, fun does not keep my dick interested. Fun does not keep my brain interested. It's all about we have chemistry. If we have chemistry, you don't need to think about having fun with me. You just don't. We just will have fun. You don't need to think about having fun with someone who you have chemistry with. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, think about being fun, but this could potentially put you in a state of chasing. And there's nothing wrong with that, but if the guy likes you, there's nothing wrong with that. But I agree with what they're saying about halfway in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like, a man adores a woman who knows how to keep her distance. All right, that's one. A man adores a woman who's on her purpose, who's trying to master something. A man loves a woman who's curious and knows and is always trying to learn. Like, those things, but above all is knowing how to give a guy space. Because I could motherfucking promise you that you can have all those traits, but if you don't know how to give a guy space, bye. Honestly.
Yeah. Can you create that on your own? Without the music, without an interesting environment around you, how can you go about creating that? I really love getting clients into this because then they enjoy the process of dating. They're having fun, guys vibe them well, and it all flows beautifully from
You see, the way to enjoy dating is to let go of the outcome. Honest to motherfucking God. Think about 5 years into the future. Resolve to never over pursue a guy. You know, resolve to follow your passion in life and take classes based on your passion. And resolve to never, like I said, over pursue or chase or initiate contact. Let the guy do that, even when you like the guy. And I could promise you, genetically, in your DNA, you are genetically aligned to like people. You are genetically aligned to feel chemistry with people. And the more people who you meet that fit your inclinations, that they do the things you enjoy, the higher likelihood. You just have to trust it. Trust it. Think 5 years into the future, you will meet the right guy. Thinking now and thinking about the failures right now will only make dating even more stressful. Long term provides you with the ability to relax, because when things go wrong, it narrows the scope of your vision. You're not able to look long term. So relax, think long term, trust the strategies that I teach, and I can promise you, you will find someone. You just will. All right. Look, guys, this is long enough. All right. I'm going to finish this right now. Sorry that I had to post. Mark is always everywhere, right? This is the last video I make with him in this. I swear to God. All right, ladies, this is Alex with Mindful Attraction. I like Clayton. Honestly, his advice is something that if people don't like the things I teach, go check him out. I mean, you know, it's advice that helps you, that makes you feel good about yourself. Go ahead and check him out. I'll put all of his, subscribe to his channel. I'll put all his Instagram below, where you can purchase his courses, his website, all on the link below, man. I'm trying to respect people because I can see how some people might find it disrespectful, you know what I'm saying? So I wanna be a little bit more polite to them. But anyways, Clayton, I hope you enjoyed this video. Maybe you disagree or agree with me, but hey, man, it's all respect, my dude. Keep doing what you're doing and keep helping people out, man. And we're here to help people out at the end of the day, all right? You be safe and have a great day. And you too, Mark, if you're watching this. All right, so I want you guys to check out my online course. It's called Dark Game, all right? And in this course, I pretty much teach you guys all of the most powerful techniques to get a guy to love you. Let me show you some of the things that we're going to talk about on this course, right?
because this course is pretty much a coaching session where I give you guys where each section, for example, right? Each section we're talking about the pre-honeymoon period, the honeymoon period, and the post-honeymoon period. Every relationship is in these three places, right? And so it identify you which one, what are the signs that you're in each of these phases, and then I give you guys specific techniques that are meant for that specific stage. All right. So in this course, you will literally be coached by me without being coached by me. All right. On top of that, I give you guys some of the psychologies of attraction to help prepare your mind so that you don't have unrealistic expectation. Right. So on the pre-honeymoon period, we have such thing as we have things such like of we have something in the likes of introduction to the pre-honeymoon period, how to get to know a guy the right way, how to get to know him indirectly, directly, how to create a powerful reputation, how to create attraction non-verbally, how to instill thoughts of commitment, how to use weakness to create a strong bond, and we also provide pop quizzes, right? This course pretty much, I don't give you guys a bunch of techniques. I just give you guys everything that really works. I am telling you, these techniques are meant for specific reasons. I could have put out a bunch of different videos, but I knew that these are the videos that you guys need to avoid being manipulated, right? And end up with the guy that you want, all right? So I want you guys to check out this course, man. This course, I'm putting a lot of work and effort, and I know that if you guys purchase this course, you guys will be able to get any guy you set your mind to, right? So check it out. I provide free videos, so if you guys want to check it out, you guys can check it out absolutely for free. And if you don't want it, you don't have to purchase it, all right? Anyways, this is Alex from mindfulattraction.org. Take care. And the beauty about all of this is that it's only $99. And if you guys know my coaching sessions, I have coaching sessions that are over $1,000, right? So this is pretty much a way for you guys to get coached by me without paying a hefty price. And the beauty is that there's a money back guarantee. If you guys don't like the course, you guys will literally get money back. Look, these are the things that people can say. All I can say is this stuff is powerful. It works. Alex, keep up the good work by you putting everything in clear, vivid understanding for us and providing an example. It is really useful. All right, ladies. So if you guys enjoy this, all right, ladies, so yeah, check out this course. It is the shit, in my opinion. I know you guys are going to love it. It's 29 videos, so take care, and I hope you guys enjoy yourselves.